Libras, this is your reading for October. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to all the Libras out there. And what a month. I mean, no matter what the cards are gonna say, I've been checking your chart throughout this month of October and probably what you had been experiencing these last days. And intuitively, Libra, I feel you like a volcano this month. You are in this moment, and no matter what the cards have to say, and I'm just gonna take my cards in a short moment, Libras, but I thought I had to show you something because this is how I see you. This is volcanic stone, lava, Libra, and this is exactly the way I see you throughout this month. Very near where I live, there is this volcano in eruption right now. Just a few days ago, like a week ago, it started exploding, and it was very unexpected, its explosion, because all the scientists that were studying this volcano, they didn't think it would happen in at least minimum hundreds or 100 years. But Mother Nature wanted to show again that she decides when she wants to do a move. And you're this month. You're like this lava and this explosive volcano. Now, why I'm saying this, and before you think I'm crazy, you have a very important conjunction of the Sun and Mars in your sign together with Mercury, which is in retrograde. And the Sun and Mars in your sign, giving the sense of vitality, inspiration, that it's out of the charts, Libra. And okay, Mercury is in retrograde, so it means that it might be that there are some reassessing here that is necessary. You're a lot up in your head in some moments, and probably still some stuff that you need to take care of, no? Things that you need to think, analyze, go into the details, okay? But without losing your head, Libra. And the thing is that this new moon, so it's not just that you have all these fire touching you right now, but it's also this new moon that I think at emotional level is really gonna bring something very new to you, Libra. Something that I think you have closed already a chapter, and now it's like you're seeing yourself in a complete new light. And it's like explosive, Libra. And explosive, while at the same time you want to take some time for yourself. Four of Swords with the Knight of Cups. Your wishes, your desires, your instinct that it's like, it's like this fire that is unstoppable right now, this burst of passion that you're having. And no matter what is touching these, like let's say your relationships, which I think is gonna be a big important focus for you. No matter if we're talking about partnerships at work, collaborations, or intimate relationships. Definitely relationships will be quite a subject for you this month. And every time there is so much energy in you, your 7th house, that house of relationships, it's also very activated, because by the 20th, we also are going to have a full moon in Aries, your opposite sign. So a lot of things are coming to the light and new. It's like a renewal on how you feel and how you want to explore these connections. You know, and not to forget about this, because what we have in this amazing combination is that Saturn and Jupiter that were in retrograde still right now are in retrograde. So in the beginning of October, you're still here. Four of Swords. With this Mercury retro, it's almost like you have all these emotions, all this passion, all this inspiration coming to you. But until these planets, they don't move forward, which will be about the mid of this month, I don't think that you will yet find the ways on how to move these things forward. And this could really be that project that you are like very focused in, or you have been trying to work hard on, and it's almost like this is your wish come true, Libra. Or it could be that intimate relationship. I mean, fifth house, Aquarius for you, it's a house that talks about romance. It's a house that talks about this way of how we enjoy life. And I think that Libras, even though many things were starting to move forward, still you felt like there were many obstacles in the way, or things that were not moving as fast as you wanted regarding this part of your life. Like feeling that there were some, it's almost like this backup, like backwards energy, you know, where probably you had to take some rest, or maybe you had to take a distance from a situation, maybe if it's just temporarily. Maybe this is what is happening to you right now, or what you have been doing during these last days, and maybe what you still want to do until a little bit further on in October. The thing is that, so, you know what happens when you have the Sun, Mars, and Mercury together in your sign? I mean, this conjunction is something that astrologers talk about, that whatever this kind of conjunction might bring to this sign, it would be a cycle of around 2.5 years. So maybe what you are feeling or receiving or completing or starting throughout this period, it could definitely be something that you could do for at least some time. And it is something that you really want to do, because it's almost like this emotional fulfillment, like feeling that this is really something that you always wanted. Now, before I go further on in this, and Julieta, this is a general reading, Libra. So I cannot talk for every Libra or person who is related to Libra energy. So please don't push the story that might come out today, or maybe the stuff I'll be saying. If it doesn't resonate with your own personal story, just check other videos, or maybe you can always get a private reading as well. Of course, it's always better. And there are also other tarot readers. Maybe you find another tarot reader that can connect better with you. Okay, Libra? Just do what you feel you want to do. Okay? Now, it's kind of weird, this energy, because it's like you are, Libra generally, you are a sign that you don't like to be impulsive. You like to, it's like you always rethink and rethink things until you find that perfect symmetry that you so much like. That we, it's like you apply it in different parts or sectors of your life. It's just a concept. But this month, it's like, Libra, you don't feel actually like doing that. Libra, you are looking at yourself in a very different way here. And it feels almost like, Libra, you are at not 100%, but it's like you are at 300%. You know, like it's crazy because, so the weirdness of this energy is that you are very much into this impulsion, which is not very characterized for you. But at the same time, you know that still there are some things that you might need some space from. Because your mind is also taking you backwards. While all this speed is coming out to you, you know, and you wanting to do this and that, opportunities come all over the place. People wanting to talk to you, people wanting here to party with you. Knight of Cups, guys, this is like definitely celebrating, rejoining people that you really love and you love connecting with. And that, you know, it's like, yeah, having that party, you know, in taking that time to have that celebration. But it's just that what happens is that, you know, your regent planet, it's Venus. And Venus right now is in Scorpio, and it's gonna do a move in Sag, in your third house. You know, Sag is your third. And so you feel very communicative. So, you know, it's like this thing of Libra, maybe sometimes you always wanted to be more diplomatic and, let's say, step back and not say things. I think that you will be quite surprised that during this month you will feel much more like opened and feeling the need to speak out directly about your needs and your desires and what you want here, no matter what we're talking about. But definitely maybe something regarding one precise connection or partnership at work or intimate relationship that is almost like you want to say things straightforward. And it's almost like Libra, you are into this direct mode. Now, what happens with Venus in this third house is that even though this is really good and brings such a beautiful harmonious energy for this communication sector of your life, and all these planets that are taking you like into the fucking fire, Libra, you're gonna have to be in some moments careful, because I think that in some moments you will feel like a little bit like an overdrive that you might still need to, let's say, recognize those exact moments where better not act directly, you know, like maybe there are some moments, I mean, while it's still Mercury is in retrograde, so before the 18th of October, and while having this new moon in your sign, you know, it's like you're gonna have many stuff that it's gonna be like, whoa, coming up to you. Jupiter doing a triangle very positive, and Saturn from your fifth to all the planets and these conjunctions in your first house. So might be that this opportunity, creative project, or maybe this romance is going into another level throughout this month, and maybe this comes from someone from the outside, but this is like giving you so many ideas that is like, Libra, you're so stimulated and so emotional that you will have to kind of recognize those instances where you might need also some solo time. You know, maybe just a few days. Maybe while, you know, before these planets start moving forward, let's say between the 9, 10, 11, it might be that you will want to take here some time of civilization, like maybe if you were working inside a group or very busy into this and that, or seeing this person a lot throughout this last period or right now, maybe you will like to take some time, some solo time, to kind of put these ideas and all these things that they are like waking you out at so many levels that you will have to say, okay, give me some time so I can put these things in place in my head. You know, that's the kind of energy, you know. Oh, guys, sorry, excuse me. I need to put this frigo. Man, I really fucking hate that noise. And I always forget to turn it off. Well, not always, but almost. Now, what you're coming from here, Libra? So, I mean, too many cards, guys, but I see this. It's like this backwards feeling like you have been experiencing, maybe regarding a connection in your life or a precise project that you were putting a lot of effort into, but you didn't see like the results coming or things moving as fast as you wanted. Something here is changing about this. Something here, you're starting to feel that actually maybe what it wasn't moving or that was at rest throughout this time, it was actually a good thing, because maybe it really helped you out to realize something that has become much more positive than even what you expected, Libra. What Libra is coming from? King of Swords. Like, really, man. It's like, Libra, you're embodying this energy that it's so much more direct than what you're used to. Like, you're in a moment where it's almost like, Libra, you're seeing things in a way much more clear here than before. And this is also a month where there are gonna be some very important conversations to have. King of Swords here. Very truthful, direct, straightforward conversations that will bring, I think that these conversations might bring some really positive feelings for you, Libra. Really, like clarity, you saying what you want to say, and being fair about it. It's just that it might be that even people, as you're probably seeing yourself in this new light, it could be that even people might in some moments look at you like, hey, why suddenly Libra is so detached? Why Libra right now maybe is like acting maybe cold or so like sharp? I have here in your obstacles the 5 of coins. And for me, this is exactly related to that 5th house I was talking about. Maybe that creative project that you were trying to push, but maybe there were some financial issues regarding this problem. I mean, Venus in retrograde in your 2nd house of value, Scorpio, I think that things were in relent like mode, Libra. And maybe this is something you're still experiencing right now. Like really something about a creative project or something that is very material in your life. I think that you were kind of like maybe doing a lot of things here to get this project done, or having to reassess, reanalyze, take some time to plan better or see better the situation so you can improve this result. And I think this has been quite heavy on you until right now. And it's normal. I mean, this is what these planets could bring in a way while being in retrograde. And we had in the last period 7 planets in retrograde. So even though many things were like we starting to see things or in the direction we want to move, a lot of stuff was in the clouds. And many things was almost like we want to push, but every time we push we feel like taking 10 steps backwards. So it doesn't really surprise me to see this card here in your obstacle right now. And 5 of Swords. If there is something that you need to say, like this important conversation, I feel like you want to take some time, or maybe, as I was saying before, some time off before maybe having this communication, maybe with this precise person, Libra, because it's like someone here might feel right now, or you might be the one feeling this way, like it's almost like you wanted to say something here, and I think you did, and maybe someone didn't take this situation or this conversation or what you had to say in the right way. And I think this is why there has been here some maybe coldness attached in this situation. But the Knight of Cups is here, so I think that this is something that you actually wanted to happen. Even though maybe you knew that this could maybe been difficult to be accepted for this person or precise environment maybe, or like I think that there has been, or you said something, or someone here said something that sounded quite harsh, but it was true. Whatever was said here, it feels like speaking out loud the truth. And I think it's you, Libra, because I mean, looking at all these planets conjuncted in your sign and thinking about all that you have been going, it's like what you come from. And all this energy that is building up until and from the mid of October. It's like no matter what these obstacles have been, maybe financial, maybe you could not get those, like maybe people like helping you out or giving you that economical support you needed to kind of develop this project or this creative idea, or things were in a delay here, or if we're talking about in an intimate relationship, maybe you needed to put some boundaries in this connection, your own boundaries, your own limits, and saying, man, maybe I need some time for myself right now, just give me a few days because I need to think about this. And you also wanting to kind of enjoy some solo time here as well. And maybe some people right now that are taking it in the wrong way. High Priestess. Like, you know. No matter what they don't know, you know, Libra. You are the one here who is having the key of the truth of a situation here. I'm looking here at the Libra, and I think that this is maybe a very specific story for someone out there. This is how you're coming consciously in the reading, as this High Priestess. Very powerful energy. And this is you sitting in the moon in the beginning of this month of October. You know, she, the High Priestess, as you can see her, she has the moon on her feet. And she's the one that knows without needing to have any proof. And I think that you needed, or you are right now in a moment, Libra, that your biggest wish is to maybe take that time off for yourself and maybe be super active, and like all this fire or all this stimulation you are experiencing, because it's kind of like this super weird energy I'm seeing in this reading, and I felt it in this way as well while I was checking your chart, because it's like in a way you are super fiery, and at the same time it's almost like, Libra, you feel that you want to use this fire in a way where maybe you want to do some things by yourself or explore these ideas where, you know, it's like going into these, maybe doing something here in nature or doing something that might look like a retreat, but where you will actually be very active. It's just that I feel that you feel a little bit like stepping a little bit away from the crowd. Libra. It's like you want some solo time here. Maybe you're in need of some solo time. Too many cards. What is coming in the environment for Libra? It's just like someone here with these alignments. Like, wow, man, 7 of Wands, and you have the moon. And of course the moon had to come, you know? It's like, of course the moon had to come for your reading, Libra. Like, High Priestess and the moon on top of each other. I mean, really, man, this new moon is really gonna bring you something that I think it was occult to you and maybe someone else. And I think that this is bringing something that will be, in some moments, in that exact precise moment when it comes, this information, and suddenly this bell is, you know, the situation is unveiled. And I really think that it will maybe happen or is happening right now for you, Libra. But there is something here about you like in that precise moment this comes out to the light from the, you know, from the darkness. It will feel like a pain in the ass, and it will feel almost like you will need to kind of maybe replan, reassess the situation, do some changes in what you were planning in the past regarding this project, or maybe what you wanted to do with this connection. Really. But what I think that you don't see actually coming is that even though this, it will be difficult in the moment that might arouse, and that probably will feel difficult as well for this person in your environment who might be, it's related to this situation as well. It is you, after this obstacle is overcome and you are able to step back and say, listen, give me a minute here. I'm just gonna go there by myself and I'm gonna think about the situation. And I think that something here surprisingly might come out that will be not just a solution, but much better than you ever thought of, Libra. Because I see something here that's coming as a wish fulfillment for you. And I don't think that this is something that you're seeing right now. You know? Like, I think that right now you're in a moment where, yeah, there are some things here that feel difficult. You feeling that you need to put boundaries, be very direct, and feel like you need to kind of speak your truth about what you want, what you need. And at the same time, you have this reserve energy because you are like so much, it's like you are so actually activated that it feels in some moments, I think, a little bit too much. And because of that, it might be as well that in some moments you might feel that you have like these petty arguments with particularly that person, you know, someone that maybe right now it feels like the dynamics with this person, no matter who it is, that coworker or person that you're working with, a group of people, or maybe that intimate connection, could be even a family member. To be honest, could be a mother figure. I have the High Priestess together with the Moon here. So we might be talking here about a mother figure in your life, that there has been here some difficult arguments. Like you feeling, or this person, it's in very much like defend mode towards you right now, or it have felt like this. And maybe it's almost like, Libra, you needed to kind of step back from this situation, reserve your energy, because there is a lot of good, even though this situation might look quite difficult, and I think that you are very decisive about maybe what the situation is for you. An emotional level, you know that there are a lot of good stuff here that is coming through. I mean, it's like the obstacles for you right now, you don't see them as an obstacle anymore. And I'm not gonna tell you like that this energy is not there or is dissolving or disappearing. No, the difference is on how you perceive these obstacles, Libra. It's like you're not perceiving this issue or this problem or this argument in the same way. So what is happening to Libra is that this situation is not touching you in the same way. So you feel more like, okay, I can maybe here actually concentrate myself in things that I know I want to commit to, because they are helping me out to grow and to also even develop this maybe spirituality, or even maybe something that you have been learning that now you want to do more with this Hierophant. Like you wanting to also feel that you are more connected or in a line to that project, something that you always wanted to do, and now you're starting to see that this is effective, no matter the obstacles. Because these obstacles, I feel, Libra, they're gonna be there, because I think that there's something here that it really doesn't depend on you, and it happens, but it's almost like you want to commit to this. We have here the High Priestess with the Hierophant. If we will be talking here about maybe, let's say, a romantic connection in your life, an intimate connection, Jupiter Saturn in your 5th retrograde, and you having all this vitality, that it's almost like, Libra, you are very fair about what you want here, and you're very clear about what you want. I think that you're almost even like surprised about this. Like your determination right now, it's crazy, And I'm happy to see this, because I think this is an energy that can help you so well to let, it's like not being so much, even though you might be very stressed in some moments, and you might feel that you need to have that time for you, and let's say back up a little bit or whatever, because you are like, I feel like you know what you want from this situation. But I feel like it might be that until right now, it could be that this precise connection in your life, you felt that nothing that was going on is like what was going on between you and this person. It felt like this person wasn't being completely honest with you, or like they were trying to hide information, or everything that you will say, in a way they will try to push it away, or maybe push even away the connection. That's what has been causing here some petty arguments and discussions that you're like right now, man, I don't have time for this. Libra doesn't have time for this anymore. Because it's like, you know very well what you want here, Libra. You're not into this undecisive mode. And it's like, you're wise. You're coming here as this high priestess, like, and this king of swords. It's like super determined. And I like this so much for you because, as I said, I mean, I don't even think that you're used to this kind of energy. Now, whatever this person means in your life, Libra, or partner at work, or connection that I think has something maybe to do with a very important creative project in your life, things are gonna start moving forward in this house. And Jupiter is in a beautiful aspect to all these planets in your first, and Saturn as well. So everything that you were trying to put in place, Saturn, make a structure, build up, Jupiter, expansion, knowledge, wisdom, that inspiration that you felt, it was blocked. And it was kind of like you kind of felt this push, no? Like this push from the outside. And maybe in some moments, this darkness, this uncertainty, that you were like, man, I mean, what I'm doing here? I feel like I'm the only one maybe pushing this situation, no? And doing the work, or needing to battle down this person or these people, or trying to battle down this so that it will move forward. Now, these planets, let's see what this next card has to say, Libra, because Saturn and Jupiter, when they move direct, and this and the Mercury starts moving direct, is when all this comes to fruition. 10 of Wands. I mean, no doubt I'm connecting here with a Libra that is at 300 kilometers per hour. Really. Man, it's just like, look at this. Has such a controversial energy, no? It's like you knowing very well what you want, going for it, also maybe in some moment recognizing the situations that you might need to kind of take a step away from, at least even if it's temporarily. Because I don't think that there is nothing definitive here. This is more like, okay, you want to be like this right now? Let's talk later. Okay? Let's have here a break, because, you know, man, right now I don't have time for this. I'm taking care of this, of that, doing that, and man, I'm building here my own palace. So please, if this is what you want to bring on the table right now, let's see each other a little bit later, or when this hastiness it's gone. Because it's like, you know what you want, Libra, and I like this so much. And I just think that might be, when I was talking about this Venus in your third, that is gonna be in Sag. So Libra and all this fire, Sun, Mars, New Moon, communicating all these things that you want, being able to say straightforward where you wanna do with this, or in the way you wanna connect with this person, and also feeling here emotions that maybe are even quite, in a way, new to you or for this person, but it's still like, you know that this is really what you want, and you're highly engaged to this connection or project. You see a lot of potential here, and it's like you're doing it. 10 of Wands, man. Ending the reading with a 10, this is the completion. It could definitely be, I mean, and I have this moon in your environment, which is, I mean, talking about this full moon in Aries. Like, whatever it needs to be, maybe kind of come out of the light about this connection, whoever it is in your life, it's gonna happen. I think that this darkness, or like this battling down or trying to take information, is almost like, you know, this is something that you are achieving in the situation with this 10 of Wands. It's like you're arriving to the end of the situation and being able, let's say, to see the result. Even though this has been a burnout, Libra, and you feel it, I feel like you're feeling it right now as a burnout, or you feel like stressed out. It's like all this energy, like, it's so positive in a way, but it feels so stressful at the same time. And this Venus wants you to speak out, and it's gonna bring you these opportunities to talk, and maybe even to engage yourself in these projects that create this sense of community that you so much love and that you're so good at as well. But when Venus is in Sag, it's gonna pass through this south node of the moon. So what happens is that might be that during these days, these middays of October, you don't want to, in that moment, maybe rush in the impulse to say stuff, no? And this is something that we need to be careful. I mean, in general, all signs throughout this period while Mercury is in retrograde, you know? Because it's like there is all this fire that is being like awakened, but at the same time, many things that we don't get yet, all the information we need, so we know how to better respond or how to better take the next step. It's just that for most of signs, this is more like a period of going a little bit more backwards, while for you, Libra, it's the fucking volcano. You know, it's like you're like this lava that it feels like the obstacles, this problem, maybe these pretty arguments, or maybe the situation with this person that is very special in your life. It's like that lava that is going throughout the mountain and is dissolving everything that is on its way. Really. And it's weird because it's all like it stresses you out, and you're like, when I'm getting done with all this, I need to do this and that and that. But at the same time, I feel that it makes you so happy. You know that this is worth it, Libra. And maybe if you had in the past, or you see that there are some financial issues that might come as a problem, or this person have this problem, I see that some unexpected things that maybe intuitively you're feeling it, but you don't have it yet proof of these, are coming your way as solutions. And it will be solutions that I think might have much better results than you ever thought of. which is like getting to that 10, getting that wish and enjoying it. No matter if you just want to do it by yourself, or maybe if you just want to celebrate it with others, it's a time as well for enjoying this. Not just, Well, Libras, I hope you enjoy your reading. I'm gonna leave my information below for private readings. Thank you for watching. And take good care of yourself, guys. And I'm gonna see you next month, okay? Just enjoy, okay? I just wanna say that because I think that there is something here that you can really much, lose yourself in it with it, even if it's just by yourself. And I think it's gonna be very possible, positive to step away from all this. Bye bye, Libras.